Welcome back. We're still reviewing the papers, and Ramatu is ready with her story.
Yeah, so we have the rice gist. They said the federal government is expanding its subsidized rice program to alleviate food insecurity in Nigeria, with sales set to launch in Lagos, Kano, and Borno states. They are going to they said the federal government is providing 30,000 metric tons of rice, meaning translating to 1,000 trucks. Each of the truck is carrying 600 bags. And they said that it will be selling for 40,000 naira. They said the initiative was part of a broader strategy to ensure that no Nigerian goes to bed hungry. But he also said that the subsidized rice program also aims to provide relief to citizens amid soaring market prices. They said the current market price of a 50 kg bag of rice is about 90,000 or 100,000. I bought mine around 100,000 or so.
I bought
and this rice gist.
107.
107.
Yesterday.
It's more than 100. Yes. You better manage it very well.
Manage my rice.
So, but I keep saying it's not just rice that is just the issue. They have to subsidize other things.
Which they are doing.
I saw one concerning wheat.
Okay.
Because a lot of people consume bread and all this pastry, so they should also do something.
I've said it before, we shall rise above rice.
Okay. So the federal government on Tuesday hinted at a move to evacuate Nigerians in Lebanon as hostility between Israel and Iran escalated, with Iran firing 180 ballistic missiles at Israel. And Iraq, Lebanon, and Jordan lie between Iran and Israel, and therefore be affected by this new development. So we had on X, the special assistant to the president on social media, Dada Olusegun, through his handle says, "Alert," with exclamation mark, "all Nigerians in Lebanon are expected to get in touch with the Nigerian mission for profiling and documentation and subsequent evacuation." So Iran had launched a barrage of missiles at Israel in response to the killing of Iran-backed militant leaders and sending Israelis to shelters and prompting. Anyway, the 180 ballistic missiles that was launched at Israel, Israelis' air defenses said that they were able to intercept them. And so, so their own what they call air defenses were effective against the missiles. But for the Nigerians that may be caught in between, please quickly go to the mission and start your profiling so that evacuation can begin. Yes.
Yeah, so I have a human interest story here. The Ogun State Police Command has arrested at least 5 persons in connection with the death of a fisherman named Segun Sikiru in the town in Ijebu-Ode, local government area. It says that the command received, a report on Monday that the incidents occurred when the suspect allegedly assaulted the victim with a bamboo stick and discarded the body in a lagoon in the community. So the 5 suspects, all members of the community, Sahid Mureni, Afiz Mureni, Sahid Taidi, Thompson Samuel, and Ogoji Olorunwa, were apprehended by the operatives of the Abigi Police Division on Sunday. And according to the story, they said that the suspects were arrested after the family members reported the incident. That's the deceased family members reported the incident. He said the deceased and his 2 sons had left their home to go fishing when they noticed the suspicious activity, in their fishing trap. Okay. And by the time they raised the alarm and spotted those people, the guy used a bamboo stick and hit the chest. Luckily for the 2 sons, they were able to escape. I'm sure they were the ones that made the report at the end of the day. But then the guy had died of the force, so severe hitting, and then his body was just thrown into the water. And I'm wondering, you went to steal fish, and then you're killing the owner of the fish. When they raised the alarm, why didn't you just run away?
Yeah.
It's well. Let's move on now to the Vanguard. Major headline: Soldiers, police crack down on protesters in Rivers, Abuja, and Kano. Emirates lands in Lagos 2 years after suspending operation. NNPCL allocates 48.6 million barrels of crude to Dangote refinery. Macallan unveils 73-year-old whiskey masterpiece Tales of the Macallan Volume 11. Independence anniversary, Nigeria at risk of dictatorship, Atiku and Obi. Here we have Independence Day speech. Tinubu failed to address Nigerians' problems, the CSOs. Iran launches missile attack on Israel. I didn't steal Kaduna's money, can swear with Quran, says ex-governor El Rufai. Gunmen set NAN facility ablaze in Imo. What stories do we have in the Vanguard?
Okay, so I have the story of the I didn't steal Kadina's money.
Okay.
Aaron said about Bunkura, and he says RFIE. So they said the former governor, Nasir RFIE of Kaduna State, has pledged to swear by the Holy Quran that he did not steal state money during his tenure as governor. And he also challenges his predecessors to do the same. He said, I did not join politics to steal money or enrich myself. I was satisfied with what I had before becoming the governor. And he also said, I have always prayed for guidance in all I do. I strive not to betray the trust of the people. Whenever the former governors of Kaduna State and other leaders are ready to swear with the Quran that they never misappropriated public funds, I will join them. And after all that he has said in the paper, he said, I intend to return to politics in 2027 after completing my studies. There is no retirement in politics. By the will of Allah, we will return and continue serving the people.
Amiolua. So I have the major headline here, said some protesters against bad governance had a raw deal in the hands of the army, police, and other security agencies, and even political thugs yesterday in Rivers, Kano, and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Abuja. They said they had, vowed that they were going to protest October 1, and they had their action themes, Fearless in October, National Day of Survival. They talked tough. Also, the security agents kept to their own part, ensuring law and order across the states. They said the outcome was a crackdown of the protesters, of which 5 leaders were arrested in Kano. They were also tear-gassed and chased about in Abuja and Port Harcourt. They said peaceful protests happened in Lagos, Ibadan, and Ondo, with the organizers and collaborating civil society organizations, that's the CSOs, vowing to sustain the struggle against bad governance in the country. We know that this protest was a continuation of the End Bad Governance protest, yes, that happened in, I think that was August. And they said the protesters were met with resistance from different parts of the country. Rivers State police and suspected political thugs dispersed October 1 protesters in Port Harcourt. They also stopped media personnel from taking pictures or videos of the incident. Other states as well had a record of what happened. In Kano, for instance, a coalition and pan-Nigeria movement under the aegis of Nigeria Patriotic Front Movement, NPFM, Northern Chapter, alleged that 5 of their leaders were arrested as a result of the protest. Abuja too, police fired canisters, tear gas at hundreds of protesters across the country, and it just went on. But I didn't hear any tear gas, anything that happened yesterday. So I think it was more peaceful
here in Lagos.
The southwest. Yeah. Are we moving on now?
Yes.
Vanguard? Okay.
Tribune,
yes. Nigerian Tribune, major headline. Protest in Lagos, Abuja, orders over hardship. Tinubu Shetima orders mark Independence Day in Aso Villa. PDP slams Tinubu's Independence Day speech, says its rhetoric insensitive to Nigeria's plight. Iran launches ballistic missiles at Israel. I will swear with Holy Quran, El-Rufai denies corruption allegations. Makinde extends subsidized transport scheme by 6 months. Federal government confers national honors on Akpabio, Kekere Ekun.
Kekere Ekun.
Kekere Ekun.
The small of a lamb.
Okay. Prevail on EFCC to stop harassing ex-governor Bello, group tells Tinubu. Arsonists set NAN facility, senators' residence ablaze in Imo. What stories do we have in the Tribune?
I have the PDP slams Tinubu's Independence Day speech, and this one says that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has criticized President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Independence Day speech, calling it a missed opportunity to address the urgent issues plaguing Nigeria. In the press statement issued by the National Public Secretary, Debo Ologunagba, said that the opposition party described the speech as legaric and filled with false performance claim. The failure that failed to resonate with the struggles of the everyday Nigerian. The PDP specifically criticized the president for ignoring widespread calls to review policies that are worsening the economic situations. These, according to the party, include the removal of fuel subsidies, which has led to the skyrocketing fuel prices, and the devaluation of the naira, which has plunged millions of Nigerians into poverty. And they also said that the failure of the speech to respond to the cries of millions of Nigerians that President Tinubu eases their suffering by reviewing life-suffocating policies of his government also validates concerns in the public space of the emerging totalitarianism where certain individuals or group of individuals are benefiting from the travail of the people, Ologun Agba said. And I think this one, well, it's just for us that when you are in the ring, it's easier to throw shades at the other side. When PDP, if PDP actually comes back, they will APC will also do the same thing back and forth. So it just shows us that it's like there's nobody that is really patriotic.
Do we have another story?
No.
Okay, that's all we can take on the newspaper reviews. Next, we move to our sponsored segment from Pistis Foundation and Ubomi Outrage. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.